viewers, you're welcome to your darling station, the Living TV. Living TV is where we bring the world first to you. Today is a special edition, and I'm sure you are going to enjoy it like you've been enjoying all our programs. Today you're going to face the students of Living TV Film Academy. These are people that have decided and they also believe within themselves that life is not computed by its duration but by its donation. That doesn't really matter how long you live on planet Earth, but what you're able to drop in the footprint of life as legacy. And they also know that when a man is not informed, he's deformed. And that deformity is not just a bodily hand, that mental bankruptcy is the worst deformity. In Living TV, we ensure that people, young upcoming generations, learn so that they become what they're supposed to be as our future generation. And that is exactly what we're doing. You're going to listen to these wonderful students who are studying mass communication in Living TV Film Academy. Having said that, tomorrow we'll be having Nigeria Today. On Friday, you'll be having your issues of the moment. We've talked so much about Living TV Club. Living TV Club will be commencing any moment from now on Saturday. And we want you to come to our office at number one Georgia Street by Ekotebene Road, opposite Eziama Police Station. Come there and make your inquiries. The Living TV Club is meant for men and women, papas and mamas with your children, to come down here and get yourself relieved. All works and no play, they say, Max Jack a dull boy. In Living TV Club, there will be entertainment, stand-up comedians, issues that concern human beings. We have a lot of people, professionals, that will help us on sundry issues. Right away, don't touch the dial. Stay where you are. Listen to Living TV Film Academy students as they deliberate on trending issues.
All right. Hello, beautiful viewers. It gladdens my heart to welcome you this beautiful program, Student Corner, Living TV. Student Corner is a very beautiful program where we treat trendings and the happenings. Looking at it over the weekends, we have a whole lot of trendings, but at the moment we will be looking at a particular subject that concerns IGP and his promises to arrest filmmakers, skit makers, content creators who uses police uniform unauthorized. But before then, I'm not here alone. My name is Israel Ozemenam, and I have with me here co-students. From my far left, I have this young man, Ogidi Samuel Uchichukwu. Can you say hi to our viewers?
Hi viewers, and thank you for having me on the show.
You're welcome. Close to him, I have this beautiful girl, Beshara Kinsley. Please, can you say hi to our viewers?
Hi viewers.
Close to her again, I have this young man, very brilliant, Sean Michael Obin. Can you say hi to our viewers?
Thank you, moderator, and thank you, viewers.
And very close to me, I have this young girl, Wanguma Kalechi. Can you say hi to our viewers?
Thanks for having me.
All right. Having introduced my discussant, now, like I said earlier on, over the weekend, a whole lot of trendings happened. But we will focus on the IGP threat, or rather promise, that he made to arrest filmmakers, skit makers, content creators who have been using or who would use police uniform unauthorized. Before then, I would like to read an excerpt. But before I continue, please join me as we take a short message from Living TV Film Academy.
Try me.
Just wait.
Admission is ongoing at Living TV Film Academy, Aba, Abia State, for candidates wishing to study filmmaking and mass communication for skill certificate training and degree programs, including mandatory NYSC post-degree service. Courses offered are Department of Journalism and Media Studies, Broadcast Journalism, TV Presentation, Photojournalism, Department of Film and Multimedia Studies, Cinematography, Acting, Video Editing, Film Production, Website Designing, Modeling and Makeup, Bead Making, Screenwriting, Theatre Arts, Department of Broadcasting, Script Writing, Journalism, Reporting, Software Programming, Mobile and Web App Development, Audio Production, Graphic Designing, Digital Animation, Special Effects, Social Media Management. Entry qualifications. Candidates must possess 5 credits in WASICAM GCE, NAPTEB or equivalents. We have the following technical infrastructure for students' skills acquisition: an art theatre well equipped for modern digital television and radio studios open for hire to the public, an audio suite for music production, soundtracks, sound effects, jingles and voice-over, etc. A 50 feet by 40 feet chroma studio, largest in Africa for special effects, world-class rendering facilities for post-production rendering, animation and cartoon technology, assorted professional cameras, drones, etc. A film village with epic and village houses for theatre arts and epic films making. Our studies are skill-oriented with well-qualified academic and technical teachers. We also admit students on industrial training and internship from other institutions. Professional license will be issued to graduates to practice as professionals by Bollywood, a registered professional organization for filmmakers. Wow! What are you waiting for? Rush now and obtain our admission form with 2,000 naira only at our main campus, number 1 Judges Road, 5th floor, former UBA House by NEPA, Waterside Descent, Aba, Abia State, Nigeria, or visit our website. Radio, livingradio.com.ng, the academy, www.livingtvfilmacademy.com, email livingtvfilmacademy@gmail.com, or call 0805 367 3900 or 0816 641 1400. Signed, Registrar.
Welcome back, my beautiful viewers. Having heard that jingle, like I said earlier on, I will be reading an excerpt from the statement made by Bureau of Nigerian Police. It reads: following the incessant and the unauthorized possession and the use of police uniforms and the acquirement by some individuals, movies and skit makers, as well as illegal sale of police materials and acquirement by traders in shops, open stores not approved nor recognized by police authority, the Nigerian police force has threatened to arrest those breaking the law. The IGP has equally frowned at the demeaning manner in which movie makers and skit makers portray the police institution in their movies and skit, using the police uniform without recourse. The provision of Section 251 of the Criminal Code Law and the Section 133 of the Penal Code Law, which criminalize such unauthorized use with accompanying necessary sanctions. Making this known on Sunday, First Public Relations Officer CSP Muyawa Adejobi said the IGP therefore charged all commands and the formations, the IGP monitoring unit, provost marshals and escort to arrest immediately and prosecute in accordance with the law all persons or group of persons engaging in the illegal sales of police uniforms and accoutrement within their jurisdictions, while film or skit makers who portray the Nigerian police force officers in bad light. Now, that's where we center our discussion this moment. Making use of police uniform in film industry, skit makers, content creators, to me personally, I don't think that there is something wrong with it. I wouldn't know the angle where the IGP is coming from, but I would want us to deliberate on it and know what we say or how we would take the IGP's promises to arrest all these people. Now, Michael, what do you really think that would warrant IGP to issue that threat to arrest skit makers, movie makers, and content creators who are using police uniform all in the name to portray ill manners of our police command in Nigeria?
Okay, thank you, my moderator. I would say that I think the IGP is trying to protect the image of the Nigerian police force and also the image of Nigeria in general. You know, most of the things we put out there in the public are mostly in the media, and people all over the world, not only within Nigeria, come across these things in one way or the other. So I feel the IGP trying to regulate and have a concise demand of putting out those negative informations about the Nigerian police should be regulated. And however, every person, every individual, every skit maker who wants to use any of the police material should be inspected and should be issued a license. So,
your own opinion, you are talking about the regulatory, the IG, what IG said that maybe you want to initiate a regulatory body that will regulate people who uses police uniform unauthorized?
Yes, and again to maximize the negative, the exposure of the negative part of the Nigerian police, which gives us a bad name in the outside. You understand? Because there are people who say this is how the Nigerian police behave, whereas there are still the positive side of the Nigerian police. So it's there. I think the IGP is doing the right thing and is there to regulate all negative image portrayed by most skit makers.
Okay. Having said that, let me come to you, Ogidi Samuel. You now just assume that you are a skit maker and you have a lot of scripts on your table that you will still make use of police uniform in your content. Are you with the IGP on what he said?
Okay, thank you. You see, there's nothing wrong. The IG of police saying, making such what would I call it, an order or is a threat, because he is not actually, he haven't said that he's going to, make an end or stop the kit makers to stop using the police uniform. No, I think even if as it is now, the skit I will be making soon, I want to use the police uniform. Now I know fully well that the skit I want to make, the area I'm going to use the police uniform is not the area that will portray the negative aspect. No, it is the positive aspect of the police that I want to portray to the public. So I don't see anything wrong than to go to the police, meet the right quarter, give the reasons why I want to use that uniform, and certainly I think they will grant that permission. So the same I say as likewise to every other person. So whoever is a skit maker shouldn't see this as a threat. No, it is only a regulative order to curtail the rate at which, because most of these skit makers they don't even portray the police in the positive aspect. They center alone on the negative, and the worst thing is they think that this is just how the police is. So I don't say anything bad with it. So with the skit makers, let's understand it that way, that the police, they are trying to regulate, put a control on how this uniform, because it is an official uniform. It's not an ordinary uniform that you go to market and get anyhow. So you shouldn't be using it anyhow, and in your skits, don't only center it on the negative aspect of the police. We know that they are not really, doing well in our country, but let's protect them. They are still our people. It is still our country.
All right, thank you, Ogidi Samuel. Let me come to you, Beshara Kingsley. You see, some skit makers may not be able to go to the upper authority where, like the IGP said, you should go through the appropriate source before you would use the police uniform and all that. Now let me ask you, if you are a skit maker and you don't have that long hand to get those materials, police uniform, based on going through the appropriate source to get it. Now, do you not think that this threat or this promise that IGP made to arrest skit makers, content creators, filmmakers, do you not think that it's a very big negative lockdown to our film industry and skit makers out there? People who would not be able to go to the appropriate source to get those uniforms or props, as it may be called. What do you think?
Okay, thank you very much. To me, to be on the safer side of this issue, I would advise either those that use the uniform of the Nigerian police should try as much as possible to portray the positive side of the Nigerian police, or better still, do not use any uniform at all. Maybe go on white and black or just blue and black and portray to be a uniform person, but no actual force to be displayed there. Because I feel that the IGP is just trying to protect the image of the Nigerian police force. There, because most of the movies we do here, not only Nigerians watch it, it goes as far as other countries. And people out there will feel that, so the Nigerian police force are this bad and they are this horrible. So I think that that's what he's trying to do. So we, the skit makers, should, to be on the safer side, should avoid portraying the negative sides of the Nigerian police and rather use a normal attire than the Nigerian police uniforms.
Thank you very much. Let me come to you, Kelechi Wanguma. What is your take down based on the IGP's promise to arrest skit makers, film makers, content creators? You really are you in order with the IGP, or you are against his order?
I think I'm against his order.
Why?
Okay, that's because with that, like, police people are very, very harsh, and I think they are wicked. Permit me to use that word, wicked. They normally harass people anyhow, and for filmmakers to make use of their uniform to art film, like to film, they're in order, because they normally use they normally watch what police people are doing to other people. So it's exactly what they see that they're making use of to art movie.
Okay, I'm back to you, Michael. You see, if there is nothing ill manner of the police, you see, these skit makers, film movies, they have opened the eyes of the masses based on what is going on in the police force. Now, if IG threatens to arrest skit makers, what about those officers in the police force who do those things, who portray those things in real life, other than these skit makers? What would be the IGP's reaction? What do you think that? I think IGP should start with the officers who, do those things in real life, other than tackling skit makers who reveals what is going on in police force. I want to have your view on that.
Okay, my moderator. You see, the security of every nation, I think, is dependent on the security personnel. And what we give out there in the media is what goes out to the world. How would you feel if a Ghanaian should tell you, you people have the worst police in the world?
But I'm saying the truth.
Actually, it's not the truth, because there are still the good ones in the police force. We are centering on the negative aspect of the police. However, when the Inspector General issued this threat, there are some skit makers that were mentioned. Those threats are even more. And if you watch the contents of all these skit makers, you will see them, their attire, they dress anyhow, they collect money illegally from people, they portray just the negative aspect of the Nigerian police. So now, you were talking about the police themselves, the bad eggs among them, how to curtail the whole thing. Because it's what people see, the content creators see, that's what they give out to the public. Now, let's come to that. I also think that the Nigerian government, the federal government, should have an eye in the Nigerian security personnel. Let there be a data analysis for every Nigerian policeman. Let every Nigerian policeman be accountable. Like, let there be a legal and analyzed data for each person, so that when you fault, when you do this or you do that, you can be traced. For an example, in the year 2020, we heard of what happened to the black American George Floyd, how he was murdered. I call that a murder, though the court said it was a second-degree murder because it was not the intention of the policeman to kill him. We saw in that video footage that the policeman knelt on his head for complete 11 minutes. So justice was served for George Floyd. Why and how? Just because the camera footage that was on the button of the policeman revealed it. Which means in the US, every police has a camera button. So you cannot extort money from somebody and you are not traced. So what I'm trying to say, let the Nigerian police force have this panel that's looking into the activities of police people, also using digital devices. Technology has it. In America, every policeman has a camera. Whatever you are doing, wherever you are going, it is showing and it's reflecting in the office. So let there be a kind of regulation to the activities of the police. And also, mind you, not every policeman you say there is a Nigerian police officer. There are people, because you know somebody who knows somebody. You are given this uniform, you come there. They happen, there are people like that. If you ask them for the ID card, they cannot be able to give it out. So what the IGP should focus right now on, even the federal government, is one, let there be accurate data analysis of every police personnel. Secondly, let there be digital devices that monitors the activities and affairs of police people in every station and in every checkpoint. Let there be a CCTV camera. And not everywhere should be a checkpoint unless there is a matter of emergency. And lastly, I feel personally that the police pay, how they are being paid and not the rest should they increase.
All right, thank you. I was going to come to that particular topic later. We will deliberate very well on it. Now, let me come to you, Beshara Kingsley. I have a friend, a movie producer. The other time he wanted to work on his project, so he approached a police station through the help of an officer there. They gave him some limitations. If definitely they will give him some props, police uniform, guns, patrol vehicles and all that, which sticks against his script, his storyline. Now, in that case, what of a person that cannot go that far to getting those things? And even the money they asked him to pay is huge. Now, having this, issuing this order to arrest people who could ordinarily get the police uniform, maybe by tailor and all those things, do you not think that is a negative lockdown to movie industry or to these young guys that are making us happy? Because if you begin to look at things that are happening here, you will definitely develop happy people. These people, skit makers, yes, they use those things to comfort us. So what do you really think?
Okay, like I said earlier, two ways. If you can't make it up to the authority to get the accurate materials for your skit, to be on the safer side, like I said, avoid those things, or you look for a normal attire to use, or instead, since most things are used to make people happy and all the rest of them, instead, before the movie is being shown, they make a write-up on the screen to show that this is not actually the way things are in Nigeria. This is a movie shot for maybe to make people happy or something. Just put up a write-up to clear the mindset of people and others outside this country that Nigerian police force aren't actually like this. This is just a movie shoot. It's a character we're trying to portray. Comedy. Yes, a comedy, something like that. So that's what I feel. Okay,
thank you, my beautiful viewers. I will be going on a short break. When we come back, we'll be looking into the high rates of police extortion to the commercials. Don't go nowhere. Stay there. All right, welcome our beautiful viewers. Glad to know you are still there with us. We'll be looking into the high rate of police extortion to the commercials. A lot of things. I have a living witness. It has happened to me often and on. Let me come to you. But before then, I would like you to watch a clip based on police extortion, where an inspector was glorifying the extortion that even the IGP knows about it. Follow me, join me on board the clip.
They try me. Something. See.
Don't do now. With the talk story. Don't be.
If I want to collect money, I go collect better money. And they collect change. Now, I know they hide down. I just said no. If you ask me how much you collect, my former commander said, if you want to collect money, collect the one way. Me, I go 50 and small if the case boss. Not the one way me I go chop. He said collect better money. He go follow me chop him and he go defend me. So not be all this change where they give me and they collect change. How much they there? How much they there? Talk her out now.
That's what do for.
Talk her. If you know it, I will tell you. I'm a customer and I'm a market with this. Yeah. Now here they sell. I no go have to. Not direct to. Tinubu did they pay salary?
No, no pay salary.
Oh, somebody they pay salary.
What I said is wrong, go.
Why did they pay salary? All this one they look for president.
What I said is wrong, go. So you use your customer.
I know fuck your wife. Only your wife. If I want to
I
will go jail. If your wife, now you can tell me. But money for road, give me notice. I will tell you say notice. I'm a market.
I don't want.
Collect that money. Collect that money. Tell me release that.
May come move here see you want to.
This one I want for farm. You dey try small small, you don't dey meet up. So the try small small, you still remain.
Our own boys remain.
You don't shout for policeman finish.
I don't want
carry that money. I won't make you dead.
You watched this clip. You saw the temerity, the boldness. The police officer, the inspector is glorifying the bribe, telling you, putting it to you, that even the president is being paid, that the IG knows about the extortion. Samuel, if you have not witnessed, I myself have witnessed. Now, the high rate of police extortion to the commercials, what do you really think that is linking up to? What is causing it? Is it that they are not being paid, or the low salary, or that the federal government owes them? What is your take? What do you think that instigates this police extortion? Because it is going higher on every day.
Okay, moderator. Let me begin by saying that the act of the police, harassing the masses, collecting money from them, not even in a favorable manner, but in an offensive manner. So I think they are not doing well in that aspect. They are not doing well in that aspect. And it is an issue which the federal government and all the bodies in our country, even in the police, who are in charge of the police in terms of their discipline area, to look into this issue. I don't think this is how it was before. It is not. This attitude or act, it started on the very day. So which means it can still be put to an end. So it's what I see as an evil in this country. That the police will stop, not even that they are asking for appreciation, maybe that they are protecting us, but they are forcing the citizens to give them that money, and then when you don't give them, they will forge something against you, which at the end may end you up in the prison or in the cell. So it is an evil that they actually exhibiting. So I suggest that the IG of the police, the federal government, and all the people that's over there that can take care of this particular, I know it's not all of them, So this particular policeman who does such, look into that. Now know the way to discipline them, call them to order, and address them properly. Sometimes it is lack of proper training and discipline. And you see some policemen, they do not even undergo training. Maybe they have been called by one of the officers in the police, given uniform, and you see them, they go out there and they start embarrassing the good ones, disgracing the good ones, condemning their image. So the IG of the police, the federal government, it is a call to them to look into and make proper investigation. Find out first if these people that are, there are notorious ones among them, if they are actually registered police people.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. Let me come to you, Michael. You see, you heard the inspector shouting that this is his business. He didn't do this, he didn't do this. I don't collect small money. This is his office. With boldness, with temerity, telling you that IG knows about it. What do you think that will be done to curtail these high rates of extortion from police officers?
Okay, my moderator. First of all, I will start by talking about the video footage that we saw here. That person, that individual who made that statement, first of all, he was dismissed from the Nigerian police because he couldn't defend his words that the Inspector General of Police is aware of the thing, the extortion that he was into, saying that it was his market. He was dismissed from the Nigerian police and he paid for that act because it's a false accusation. Now, to curtail, and I'm not denying the fact that police people, there are no police people out there who extort money from people. There are. Even if it has not happened to me, I have seen. Now, the way I think this should be curtailed and managed, just like I was saying earlier, first, let the Inspector General of Police and the federal government, first of all, let there be an analyzed data for every police personnel, like I said earlier. Many of these people you see who perambulate out there in the streets with guns in their hands are not well-trained police personnel, and most of them don't even have the ID card. Now, we have to know who is who and who is not who. Let's take for an example what happened to Barrister Ejiofor, the chief legal counsel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What happened to him? The CCTV footage he showed on Facebook, he had. The people that attacked his house on that very day, we are all dressed in uniform. There is a policeman there is army, the military, and there is DSS. However, when he made contact after that attack, by 2:30 a.m. in his house, the police denied it, the military denied it. Nobody could identify those faces because we are not sure of who those people are. So let there be a data analysis, just like we are doing NIN, right? We do NIN. So this NIN, everybody has a data. You are traceable. Everybody is traceable. Let every security personnel in this country, not only the police, be traceable. Secondly, if I should say, let there be an increment in salary. Like I said earlier, the life and the security of every nation depends on its security personnel. If the military decides to start shooting everybody today, nobody will hold them accountable. If the lawyer comes, they will shoot you. If police come, they will shoot you. So let there be an increment in the salary and let these salaries be paid in due time without delay. If you feed somebody well, the person will have less desire to get more. I said less, not there will be no desire. However, if this is done, let's give them the benefit of the doubt, and also in every checkpoint, let there be CCTV camera that captures both audio and video footage. Let there be CCTV camera in every police station. Let there also be CCTV camera in the buttons of police, just like in the US. I'm using US for an example because in that country, every police personnel has this camera on their button to prove everything you do. If you know that everything you do is being monitored by the authorities, you can barely do anyhow. So let these corrective measures and an increment in the salary be added, then let's watch and see what happens.
All right, thank you, my beautiful viewers, for being there with us. This high rate of police extortion on the commercial is what will be drawing the curtain down, but I'm not going to let go without allowing one of the ladies to say her opinion. Let me come to you, Besora Kingsley. If you have not witnessed, maybe you have watched it over the social media, the high rate of police extortion and how people embarrasses the masses of citizens. What do you really think? What is your take on it? What are suggestions that we need to curtail this high rate of police extortion from the commercials?
Okay, without taking much of our time, like the speaker here said, it has been happening, and I don't know how easy it will be to correct all this happening in the country. Like he said, I will go with what he said, let there be an increment in the salaries of each and every personnel of Nigeria Security Force, and also let the salaries be paid at the due time, because you can't expect a man with family, with children, up to 6 or 7 children and wives to manage their home without their salaries. Because when you look home, the first child is crying, no money for school fees, daddy, I want to go to school, daddy, we are hungry. He thinks, and you don't expect him to eat his flesh or cut his flesh for his family members to eat. So these things push human beings, even I, as I am now, if I should see a way to carry gun and even hold you responsible to give me money, I will do it. Because this is a pressure. This mounts pressures on the head of the family. And most of them are men, both women who are in the security force. They are being pressurized by their family members. So they have to go out somewhere to get a source of livelihood for their family.
Because they are giving the guns.
Yes.
You give them guns.
Give them guns. So I feel their salary should be increased. And also let there be an analyzed data for every police personnel, so that if they should err or commit any crime, then we know that you did this and we pay your salaries on time, but you still had the mind to go against the rules. Then that's when you're going to punish them. But right now, without all this, I don't think that there will be something to do correcting it.
I wouldn't know why my instinction is telling me that both of you sound as if you people have a police officer in your family, or your dad is a police officer, complain about the poor salary or the delay in their salary.
I don't think police people are lacking. We don't need money they are collecting from people. Insulting people anyhow. That when you want to collect something from somebody, you beg now. Use a good tongue, use a good mind to collect money from the person. What harassing the person? Give me money, you might even forge something against the person, which is very wrong. I don't think police people are lacking.
I call that not as in they are not being contented. The problem is the lack of contentment. You know, every individual in that police center,
just that they felt that they're on top of the world. They can do anything that they want to do.
Their life in the aspect of being contented.
Okay, thank you very much, our beautiful viewers. Let me quickly remind you that this is Students Corner here on Living TV, and Living TV is a subsidiary of Living TV Film Academy, a college of mass communication, film and multimedia studies. I wouldn't let go if let me allow my co-students to say one or two things about the school. This is one of the best schools in Southeast you can ever enroll you yourself, your child, your sibling, or your relative. Michael, what do you need to tell our viewers about our school?
Okay. Living TV Film Academy is a school of film and mass communication. In terms of equipment and availability, I think we are second to none. We only have 2 televisions in the world. One is Living Television, and the second are the rest. So we need to have you here. Come and test and see for your own self. Thank you. That's what I have to say.
Bishop, over to you.
I am here, so you also have to be here. Try it out and you will like it.
And you by my left side.
Oh, Living TV is a very nice place, and I wish you to come here. Thank you.
Young man.
This is just the awesomeness. So I don't know what they are still waiting for. Join Living TV today.
Like Bishop said, if I'm here, you yourself need to be here. Yes. Don't stop watching Living TV. This is best television, and Living TV Film Academy is the best for you, for your children, for your relative, for the whole world. Come next week, Wednesday, we'll be here on Student Corner. Thank you very much. I remain your host, Israel Ozemena.